But once you have gone and taken a large stride, and you see that on your left there is no one, on your right there is no one, and you are still
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
You feel that, oh, what exactly are you doing?
Hey guys, welcome to the Top Percentile YouTube channel. My name is Vidhan, and today we have invited Rajat Tewari with us, who had scored 99.998 in CET 2022, who was AIR3, and who had scored some great numbers in CAT as well. And we've invited him because it's you, our viewers and audience, who asked us to invite more people for the interview so that you all can get inspired and motivated. So here we are with Rajat. Let's know more about him, his background, how his preparation was, and how is it to work where he's working today. Hi Rajat,
Hey, hi Vedant.
how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Fine. How about
That's
you?
great, Rajat. So, in this interview series, it's mainly to inspire and motivate the ones who've been struggling to prepare for competitive exams like CET, CAT, SNAP, ZAT. And there's a possibility that a lot of them have given more than one, two, three attempts, and now it's really tough for them to get going, stay consistent, and stay motivated. So here we are to know more about your story, your background, and how you prepared. So it'll be great if you can give your background to our audience so that they know that where were you before JBMS, how did you start preparing, etc.
So I was born and brought up in Lucknow only, and initially I pursued sciences, and based on that I gave JEE exams as well as BITSAT exam, and I was lucky enough to crack BITSAT and go to BITS Pilani AK Birla Goa campus, where I did a dual degree in chemical engineering and biological sciences. Post that, I built more and more interest in management side due to the various opportunities that BITS provided me. And after that, I pursued CAT and many other OMAT exams that are associated with it, like ZAT, SNAP. And I was able to get some really high scores, like I got in point 0.1 percentile in all of them, 99.3 in CAT, 99.67 in ZAT, 99.7 plus in Snap. However, due to one reason or the other, there was some missed opportunities there. CET in the initial side was not my plan, because being an all India candidate, the percentile that is needed for CET was way too high. But then once I was scrolling through the YouTube, I was just looking to get some sort of motivation, like how to crack CET. Then I saw there was this channel on YouTube which was showing that only the toppers of CET, like two, rank three, and all those top high rankers was creating a channel, and they themselves was teaching how to get into CET. So I scrolled a bit and I said that I think if I can pick their brains and if I can learn from them, I think maybe I have a good shot. So that is how I learned about the top percentile. So that is how my journey began with the top percentile, and that is how also my journey began for CET. Now, CET exam is like T20 cricket, and SCAT exam is like ODI cricket, because in CET you get 200 questions and you have only 150 minutes. So that is 45 seconds per question. While in CAT, you roughly get 66 odd questions and you have 120 minutes. So you roughly get 110 seconds. So the ratio is somewhat like T20 cricket and ODI cricket, where in ODI cricket you get 50 overs and T20 cricket you get only 20 overs. So the approach is completely different, your thought process is completely different, and the marks requirement is also completely different. So this is a great shift, and today I'm going to help people understand that how to gauge these changes and how to move forward in a consistent manner and perform and get into that zone where they can reach into the top colleges.
Fair, fair. Now, I don't remember if I told our audience and viewers that Rajat is also a professor and a mentor at the top percentile, which is why he just said that the journey began with the top percentile after that. So, anyway, Rajat, So you told us that you're from Lucknow, you cracked BITS Pilani. After BITS Pilani, were you working or you straight away moved on to giving these competitive exams without taking up a job and cracked CT in the first attempt? Was that so, or it took you some attempts?
So it took me some attempts, and after that, I took a job at Inteco Technical Services. It is a Lucknow-based firm only, Lucknow-based firm only. So I was working during my CET preparation. I was working there only as a project manager. And before that, I had some of the internships at during my college at Ramco Cements as well as Century Rayon. So initially, my job and job preferences were more inclined towards the technical side, and later on, it shifted towards the management side,
Hmm.
and hence I wanted to pursue a MBA.
Acha. So how many attempts did you give for CET?
CET, this was my first attempt only because initially, as I told you, I was not comfortable enough that being an all India candidate, I would be able to crack it because the ranks required is just humongous. I did the calculation, and you would be requiring a top 15 rank in CET to have a realistic shot if
Right.
you are an all India candidate. So, yeah.
Okay, so but you being in Lucknow, I don't think a lot of people would be knowing about CET. So motivation would be
No.
difficult, right? Because there won't be anyone who would be with you over there in Lucknow would be preparing for CET and खुद को ऐसा लग रहा है अरे यार मैं तो अकेला सही कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं. You start questioning your own decision. So how did you cope up with that? How were you motivated? And why CET? मतलब CET का सोचा है कि why not just CAT? Why would you want to get into कोई particular state का top college? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I understand. Yes, and it was the motivation had to come on daily basis because at every stage there was this doubt that was there. Because once you start moving and you see there are 5, 10 people on your left side and 5, 10 people on your right side that are moving in the same direction as you, it gives you a bit of confidence that okay, you are at least are going someplace that is familiar. But once you have gone and taken a large stride and you see that on your left there is no one, on your right there is no one, and you are still
Yeah,
going,
yeah,
you feel that oh, what exactly are you doing? So yes, the motivation was needed a lot to get into it. The major, uh, I would say, the aspiration for getting into JBIMS was the great the great professors that you get to meet there, the impeccable ROI. In today's time, ROI is a very big deal, and these were the my major motivations to going into JBM as compared to the other top colleges. And I knew that if I have to reach there, I will have to get those ranks. So I always had to remind myself that this is the only way out. And I was always planning in a very systematic way. I had very short term goal as well as long term goals. And that's how I was able to get to this rank. At short term goals, I was like how much I'm understanding or how much I'm picking the pace. And the long term goal was within 2 months, within 3 months of prep, have I reached a certain set of rank that I wanted? And that is how I built this journey.
fair. You told us you scored 99.9 in CAT, right?
99.3.
99.3. So you would have gotten calls from good colleges through CAT as well. So
Yeah.
you, I mean, you didn't think of going to those colleges, or was JBMS your first preference? If not, probably ABC. Then it's just JBMS and not colleges like MDI, baby or old IIMs.
So, yes, I think after ABC and some of the most prominent colleges, I think the ROI that JBMS gives it an edge over the other more prominent colleges that accept the CAT score. So that's why my preference was always to go to JBMS, and at least I would give my complete in CET and then see how it goes. So that was my plan all along at that time.
Perfect, perfect, Rajat. ठीक है. So once you had scored 99.998 in CET, What was your reaction like once you saw the scorecard? What did your parents think? How happy were you? And
But that was a very unique and funny thing. So I got to know in the evening. I think I was just refreshing and everything, and on my mobile only I was doing. So I saw that now the result has come. So I started scrolling slowly down. So I reached the percentile zone, and then I started scrolling like one frame at a time. So first at the percentile, first I saw the first nine. I said that that was expected. Then I saw the second nine. I thought, yes, that was more or less expected. Then after point, I saw nine. I said, okay, that's a good sign. It was somewhat expected, but let's see. Now is the decisive number is coming.
correct.
So after that, I saw another nine, and then I knew that I was there, and then I saw eight. Then I was extremely ecstatic. I jumped and I went to my parents' room and I told that yes, now I'm going to JBMS, and it was completely euphoric at that time. But yeah, it was a very hilarious way I got to know
Great
the
feeling,
result.
Great feeling when you know
Yeah.
that only a certain number of people can get into JBM, and especially when you think that it's next to impossible and you get such result, you being AIR3 and 99.998, some different feeling, right? Who would have expected this? No one.